It looks like we live. Deacon didn't give us no countdown or nothing, but hey, we're 7-3, baby. 7-3. You can't beat that. We are fighting for playoff lead in the NFC East with the Philadelphia Eagles, tooth and nail. The Giants plays us tough, but we're a better team, and it's proved the fact. Anytime we had to make a play, we made it, especially offensively. The defense did just enough to win. The Giants has our number. They knew where we were weak at, but nevertheless, we did our thing. You know what I'm saying? Daniels he makes pinpoint passes when he needs to make pinpoint passes. And our running game and offensive line did a great job. And our offensive coaches called a pretty decent game. Trey Z is mad. Look at his face. He's mad because he didn't get his 40 burger. But that's all right, Trey Z. We won. We 7-3, baby. You know what I'm saying? We ain't been nothing like this since when it's been a minute since we've been 7-3. I'm gonna say what?
RG, we're not 7-3 now.
Right. It was 7-2.
7-2, excuse me. When's the last time we were 7-2?
It's been a while, man. Which
90?
is why I wanted the 40 burger, man.
90?
These guys didn't deserve to play us so close, man. We played down. This is the first game we played down to the level of the team. That's how I feel, man.
I kind of agree with you, Tracy. I think that we played down to them. Giants just seem to play us tough. Daniel Jones plays his best game always against us. Because I've seen him the last 2 weeks. He looked terrible. But against us, he's running jokers over. And
man, that run over in the end zone.
I mean, it's just remarkable how Daniel Jones plays us so tough. Hey, this is the OGs of the DMV. We got our man John here from Garage Life. Tracy's
What's
here.
Up, Big John?
What's up, Big John?
What's up?
Give us your comments, Big John. The Deacon is taking a sabbatical for a second, so give us your comments.
He a little tired because he was up. I went live impromptu, and my man was up. He was like, "Oh man, church coming early in the morning." So, I take the blame for that.
Early morning service, early bird service.
I take the blame for that. Man, I think it was a good game. It was a little bit too close for me. I think we should have treated these bums like the Carolina Panthers to really show that it's a different, that it's a different regime. But I will say that I also recognize that we had a lot of key players out. And Allegretti, for some reason, he loved a false start. So I don't know. He ain't met a false start. He won't do. So I don't like that. And my guy Terry, I hope his ankle's doing okay because I don't like that. Do you know this is his lowest receiving yardage in a game this season? So I don't like that. But I need him to bounce back. I need him to get 90 yards receiving every game regular season for personal reasons.
He scared me a little bit because we all know that John is a Scary Terry #1 fan.
Hey.
Scary Terry had 2 touchdowns, both of them schooling somebody
with the backspin.
With the backspin, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, he might have had the yards, man, but against the Giants, we struggle with scoring for sometimes, and he put two TDs. 2 teddies in the end zone. So we got to give him credit for the 2 teddies he put in. I agree with Trey Z. Said earlier before we came online that sometimes this particular game we kind of played down to the Giants level, and the Giants kind of went up a little bit. And it's a division game. I realize that, but
Daniel Jones playing for his job.
Yeah, we should have blown him out. Especially the way they couldn't stop the run game. I mean, if we would have ran that same running play, I think we would have probably scored at least 2 more touchdowns at least. I don't know why we stopped running because Giants cannot stop the running play.
Stick with what you know, right? Stick with what you know. Keep going.
But nonetheless, we here. You know what I'm saying? And we are. I'm gonna ask this, John. Do you think we need? We one cornerback away of making a serious a serious run in the playoffs.
I think we definitely need a cornerback. I heard that Washington has been asking. I mean, you can just watch the game today and you see that there were plenty of opportunities where a real corner would have either intercepted the ball or a lockdown corner would have shut down one side and kind of made a difference, made life easier on whoever was on the other side. Like if Sanders still was on one side, well, actually, if Sanders still is playing where he's supposed to be playing in the slot, and we had a lockdown corner, then whoever's on the other side, wouldn't have as hard a time. But because we don't have a lockdown corner, teams don't have to respect either side. So when we go up against teams that are actually good, they're going to victimize us on either side, and that's not good. So I believe that we do need corner. We need a serious corner. What I don't know is what they're so they're asking around about a corner, but what I don't know is what they'd be willing to give up for one that's actually going to make a difference. Because I feel like whatever's actually out there, I'm thinking about what we're talking about, a real corner. You know what I mean? Like a number, a CB1. Those don't grow on trees. So anybody who gives up one of those is going to be expecting something to return. How's that going to impact us next year? I grant you that free agents going to they're going to be lining up, they're going to be lining up to come to us, but they're going to be wanting money too, So,
but John, our number one pick as it speaks right now is the 29th pick. Our number one pick as it speaks right now is the 29th pick, which is basically a second round pick, really. I mean, 29th is close to it's a high second round or, high second round. So if we can get a quality number one corner, I'm assuming everybody wants a number one pick for it. That's what they want for it. And we're talking about the 29th pick.
Yeah, but that dude's going to be coming in on a rookie deal. And if we get
can we get a number one corner on the 29th pick?
We got enough picks to trade up. We got draft capital to trade up unless we start using it to get hand-me-downs to try to get us further this year.
Because I don't think the 29th pick is even a starter on this team.
I recognize that, but I'm saying we got enough picks to trade up. Well, whoa, hold on. I don't agree with that.
We got a couple second, third round starters now.
The dudes who are playing right, we got some UFL All-Stars playing right now, okay? So
is that coaching or is that talent? I mean, the way is that
coaching?
No, it's coaching. It's coaching. It's got to be coaching.
I think these UFL All-Stars is because we just got really good coaching and they just coached them up. But I'm talking about athletically. Is the 29th pick going to be a starter?
But I think we would trade up, is what I'm saying. I think we've got enough picks to package up something to trade up with somebody. Maybe not. I mean, it's not like we're going to trade up to the 10th round, to number 10, but we could trade up a little bit. I think we could. But even still, I mean, whoever we get, I believe is going to be light years ahead of pass interference, St. Juice, Forbes, who ain't on the field at all. Noah Igbenogany, who, I mean, really, he just here because he got a good attitude and he'll listen. And who else? We got somebody.
He's coachable.
Michael Davis. Michael Davis should be working at Home Depot right now. So,
I mean, our best quarterback is our quarterback room. Our best quarterback is our rookie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, so aside from Sarah, still anybody we get is going to be. Any team that gives us somebody is going to be giving us somebody who's roughly around the second round or maybe the 29th pick in terms of talent and athletic ability or worse, right? So if we get a rookie in the first round, that's going to give us that same level of talent, hopefully, but on a rookie deal. So it's going to be cheaper.
Deacon, what do you feel? We got the 29th pick right now. Number one pick is going to be a 29th pick. Do you think we give up that 29th pick for someone that's going to carry us through in the playoffs? Because right now, the secondary is not going to do it.
No, but if you can give me somebody on a rookie contract, let me say like 23, 24, that I can re-sign, that we know is going to be a fixture here in the DMV, then I will give up my first round, because that's going to be better than my first round pick. Because we already see him in the NFL. He already got talent. He's already got experience. And we can re-sign him into his second contract. I would give that up. Yeah, because if you're talking about taking this to the next level this year, which they weren't talking about, they were talking about doing it next year. But you see, we're 7-2, so sometimes you just got to change plans in the middle of your drive. if we talking about doing that, we're talking about setting us up for going deeper into playoffs, because we already in the playoffs basically. We had to actually tank to get out of the playoffs at this point. So if we in the playoffs and we talk about winning games, then we have to get a corner, because like you said, I said the whole thing last week. St. Juice is a liability.
Oh yeah, I mean, you saw what Giants did. Giants, when they had the pass, they went right to him.
So we have to get a number one corner some kind of way, or we just play it out and hope for the best and think that we can get. Maybe they got their eye on somebody who's like a mid-second rounder that they think they can get next year. You know what I'm saying? We never know what their plans are. But if they see somebody who works good in their system, I mean, Iguanagani, he couldn't play anywhere else except for here. You know what I mean? Juice probably will be somewhere else. Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah. He wouldn't be no starter.
Huh?
He wouldn't be a starter.
No.
Well, wasn't he on Dallas's practice squad?
Right, but in this system, it works for him.
Right.
I mean, sometimes it's just a system. You get bounced around the team, and then you hit somewhere. So if we can find somebody, like I said, if we can find somebody who can give us, a second contract, young, can grow with this team, I take it. We can always get another corner next year. It doesn't have to be all at one time.
Trey Z, they say that Carolina wants for Horn a first-round pick. They have a young cornerback, Horn, who was a number one pick for them, and they want a number one for him if they get rid of. If they get rid of the quarterback's hard to get rid of, even if they are, but if they get rid of Newton, there's another dude I think was named Newton for Cleveland. Cleveland is looking to improve their team since they lost their quarterback. They got Crab Legs, who is Crab Legs. You know what I'm saying? So I think what's his name? This guy named Newton, and the name is Newton. Their cornerback up in Cleveland that they talking about. They might be out there, but they want number one pick too.
Yeah,
we'll just give them Forbes.
They both young. They both 24 years old.
Forbes or whoever.
Forbes. Nobody wants Forbes, man. We about to Forbes is about to be at McDonald's, man. Come on.
Number one, man. Number one.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
you said throw Forbes in as a
at this point, the only thing you can do is say no. We'll give you Allen.
Nobody wants Allen. He's already broken down.
Listen, Allen can get better. Allen is a
John
lineman.
John Allen, you mean the guy that's on?
Yeah, but he's only got 2 years left on his deal. One of which he's hurt for. One of which is this year's, and he ain't coming back. So they be getting a dude that they'd have to immediately try to re-sign and look how much money he's making, not knowing how he's going to come back.
In other words, our window of opportunity has left us, gentlemen. That's what I'm trying to say.
Everybody wants. Everybody wants a pick. They want picks, man. They don't want players.
So your question is moot. It's like, listen, we don't have the capital or the manpower to give up. All we can do is hurt our team now for hopefully to get somebody on some idea that he's going to be better and make us better. To guarantee us something next year, which we can't get this year. Which is why I say go all chips in now and try to get us something this year. Use the dollar capital versus building upon this guy who's going to come in and stay with us. Man, we are.
So you saying get an old dude, bring an old
conservative dude. Man. I'm saying do what we got to do to do it all now. We have to do it now. You just you went through a whole scenario of talking about what we don't have, what the people are asking for, and you're still trying to figure out how to find somebody who's going to go, you know what? I'm just going to come and be the superstar for the Commanders. It's just not going to happen. That doesn't exist. You got to go out, and we got to get people who are going to get us to the promised land today. And that's just it, gentlemen. The future is after this year. We messed up. We actually are good. I mean, I don't know if that's a good or a bad.
Well,
actually good. You guys was all sitting there and wanted to play Strategic Joe and sit down and analyze and grow for 5 years and build your team with your little pencils and paper. You know what? It's not working this time. This is now. It's now or nothing.
Okay, so I get it, but I think that we don't need to get somebody young necessarily, because just picture with me, if we had not gotten rid of Kendall Fuller, we would have somebody on that side who would be adequate.
No. Kendall Fuller to everybody was a bum. We bum people up. We bum
He a
them
bum
out.
compared to somebody who's good, but he's a star compared to what we got.
Right. So
So,
see what I'm saying?
I'm just
So
saying, yeah.
St.
It's
Juice
just like,
is the same
I
thing.
wish we had.
St. Juice would go to some team.
I
And
wish we had
ball
got
the
rid
hell
of.
out.
I
I
don't
wish.
think so.
Well,
What team is
No, you
that?
What
I don't
team is
believe
that?
I
the CFL,
believe that
he can go home.
I believe that you guys would have said the same thing for Kendall Fuller. If at this time, if Kendall Fuller was still playing, I don't believe y'all talking trash. Y'all lying. Y'all lying. Nobody in this room
What
said
Kendall Fuller has
Fuller
over
was
pass interference St.
better
Jude.
than most.
I can tell you what Kendall Fuller has over pass interference St. Juice. Number one, this is the time of the year when Kendall Fuller plays his best football. So this is his sweet spot. All right. He be in his sweet spot right now. But what I like about Kendall Fuller, what I don't like about him is he's slow. I got tired of seeing him always chasing people because he's always got to catch up to them because they always ran right past him. However, once he got to this time of the year, he was able to anticipate quarterbacks, and he was a lot better at even the PBUs, and he's also more likely to get an interception. But what he won't do is draw pass interference. And they target St. Jude's not necessarily because they think that he's just going to do the PBU instead of interception. They target him because they know they can draw pass interference because he got a reputation in the league. So if we had Kendall Fuller, I'm not saying go get Kendall Fuller, but heck, they went and brought his brother Kyle in for a workout. So if they're looking at Kyle Fuller, who ain't played since Noah was a dang cabin boy, I'm just saying Kyle Fuller ain't played. I don't even remember when he was in the NFL last. All right, but they brought him in
Chicago.
for a workout. Yeah, they brought him in for a workout. Okay, so if that's what they're looking at, I think they're looking at somebody who's like a savvy veteran they can bring in, needs a limited amount of coaching. Because look what time of the year it is, who's savvy enough and experienced enough to pick up the scheme quickly. Probably somebody who got experience with Simmons or Joe Witt or Dan Quinn in the past. And I also, in terms of what you were saying, in terms of not crippling our team, Trey, I think that you got to look at teams that are desperate. I would say, could we potentially victimize the Rams? Because they definitely need picks. But do they have anybody we would want?
Yeah, well, I think
they got any picks.
Kendall Fuller is with Miami, isn't he? He's like the 4th or 5th cornerback for them.
I don't know where he is in the depth chart, but I know he's with Miami. I don't think we're going to get him. I'm saying that's the type of player I believe they're looking for. Somebody that they don't have to do a lot of coaching with, who come in and automatically know what to do and who can pick up the scheme, fairly easily.
Right, yeah. What's the dude from New Orleans? He's available, the old cornerback, played for Ohio State. He's available too. But everybody want picks, man. I can't think of his name.
Yeah.
Not Slayton. What's the dude? He played for Ohio State. He's an older cat. He's been injured a lot. I think he has some concussions or something. But it's some garbage out there that was formerly shut down cornerbacks out there. I don't think we really need a DN as much as a cornerback. I think we can get by.
I like that dude Jalen that just came in though.
Yeah, I like him. I like him. We were getting fairly pressure with our average guys, getting some pressure. I mean, Daniel had some time at the end of the game, like that one play to the tight end he made to the touchdown. He did have like all day to throw that pass. But for the most part, we are getting some pressure. I just feel like we need a cornerback to compete with the big boys in the playoffs. I think the 49ers, the Minnesotas, the Detroit Lions, what I'm saying, even the Rams, even unfortunately Philadelphia, we need somebody that's going to be able to check somebody.
Well, let me ask a question. Let's say we get the best. Let's say we got Sauce Gardner. We ain't gonna, but let's say we got Sauce Gardner. Do we still know that we're gonna be in the Super Bowl?
No.
So I'm saying, like, really, there's nobody in the right now maybe so Detroit, maybe San Francisco, depending on their health, their injury situation. But there are very few teams in the NFC that scare me. So that's who we're gonna be facing. I realize that we can't really compete with the AFC teams, like AFC West and stuff like that. But we ain't got to worry about them because we're not gonna face them unless we in the Super Bowl. And I'm prepared emotionally for that. All right, I'm prepared emotionally to go and handle that. I'm just saying, I don't feel like we're as far off as that we need to make as many drastic changes as people think. Because as we stand right now, we're already overachieving. And I feel like we can beat just about anybody on a good day. And I think right now, today, as constructed, well, if everybody gets healthy again, I feel like we can make a deep playoff run just because of the style of ball we play.
Deacon, you feel that way, Deacon, about us playing Philly? You think that we match up well against Philly, Deacon, at this point right now with their running game and their wide receivers? You feel that way, Deacon? And yes, it was a great victory, brother. I saw somebody said great victory.
No,
but Deacon, I'm asking the question.
Well,
with their running game, with Saquon Barkley,
I'm not worried about their running game. I'm not worried about their running game.
You're not worried about their running game.
Not worried about their running game.
You're not worried about their running game.
No, I'm not worried about their running game.
All right. Hey.
I'm worried more about their wide receivers killing us.
That's my point. We got to either load the box up or we got to be light in the box. We got to do one or the other.
Hey.
We just got to keep Jahan on the bench and we'll be okay.
That's cold. Cold-blooded on that one. Now, listen, they have a great team on paper.
Offensively.
But they're offensively, they're not playing up to their potential. They're not blowing people out. People are not going to Philly and saying, "Oh, this is going to be a loss." Everybody is playing them 50-50. You know what I'm saying? There's no blowouts with them. They have
like half game behind us, right?
They have game because they haven't played yet, but they have a propensity to just blow the game.
The game about to start right now.
So I don't know. I think we can still win, but it's going to be a hard game because it's in the division. But I don't see them as world beaters, and I'm not scared of them.
What you think, Tracy? I mean, I'm not saying we put our pants on just like anybody else, but what you think, Tracy?
Well, as far as the Philadelphia thing.
Yeah, they got the two wide receivers, and they got Saquon, and they got a running quarterback.
I think that teams that have that type of players on them is going to be a tough game. Just like we would have played them if we weren't doing what we were doing today. I'm not worried about it. What I am happy about is the fact that we have a counter to that now. We have a counter, and with the counter, we are the guys that upset people. That's all I'm saying, Al. I'm not saying that we got to be all right on paper in order to go into the game to feel good. I don't care anymore. I just know that we have the potential and the coaching and the players to keep us in the game and maybe go up against a Kansas City right now and win because we just have that type of information with us or that type of, things around us. We're no longer those bums or the guys who sit there and start panicking and run to the back and pulling out their retro bowl plays or whatever like that to try to convince themselves that they're doing something like we had before. We actually have some competent coaches who sit down and go, okay, here's the situation. We trust our players. Trade players, go do it. And the players do it, great. The players don't, great. But we did do it. We attempted to do it. We didn't just sit down like we normally do, man. Gentlemen, this is a new day. And I'm mad that we didn't get 40 today. I'm upset about that. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about a 2-6 team that we went in and played. These 2-6, these dudes was garbage, hot garbage. We should not have been this close to this game. That is something that I'm upset about. Now, when I go against a better team, I'm not going to sit there and try to hedge my bets now. I'm going to go ahead and say we're just going to play just as hard. In that game, we're going to play to win. I'm not going to say for the Boogers play to win, and we're going to win because we can. And they want to win, and they know how to win. Man, come on. This is it. We moving, gentlemen. I mean, we 2 games above what I thought we was going to make. And that was with 17 games. I thought we was 5 and out. But we are going, and we're continuing to do our thing, man. Al is trying to play stratego. and try to lay us down. Yeah, we get every player you want to get, and we still gonna lose, or we gonna win. What we're gonna do right now is just put our faith in these Commanders that are on the field and these coaches that are coaching them, man. Let's go.
Hey, man, I'm not saying that we not fans. I'm a fan. You know what I'm saying? And this is a fan show, so I'm a fan. But
you're a fan who's making money right now.
And realistically,
we did make money off this game.
Everybody made money off the game. And Al trying to make some more money. That's what you are. See that fan.
Hey, John. We are Daniels believers, and now we got Daniels on our team. We always going to be in the game. We always, because we got Daniels on our team. As long as we got him healthy, you know, he's the type of quarterback that's going to make us competitive against everybody. And that's what Trey Z is saying. You know, we're going to put our pants on and line up against anybody. We have an opportunity to beat them. You know what I'm saying? We went into Cincinnati. Cincinnati was desperate for a win. They got a great quarterback, and we beat them. You know what I'm saying? So that's what my Trey Z is talking about. But just being team building, and you know what happens. What I see it was a team like Miami back in the '80s had this great quarterback, and they was always competitive. But they got one shot to win the Super Bowl, and they just was a player or two away. And they lost to the San Francisco 49ers, and Dan Marino never went back to the playoffs again to win a championship. He was in the second year. So what I'm trying to say is, this may be our one shot. We may have a great season.
He lost to us.
Have the talent. You know what I'm saying? We might not have the talent. We got to. Sometimes we got to maximize your one shot.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. Now let's just do whatever. But I'm also saying.
But that's my point. I mean, that's my point, though. I mean, I believe in you, Trey Z. That Daniels is gonna keep us in the game, but we might be on one shot this year.
Okay.
Hey, answer this right here, man. Answer this right.
Shout out to the trainers. Let's get these
That's two questions. All right. So what happened is this is the shortest I can make this story. Basically, Saturdays is the day that we typically shoot our videos where we review products and things like that. Brands send stuff out to us. Well, they were supposed to send a brand was supposed to send some stuff out to us that was going to get to us on Friday. So we could put it together either Friday night or Saturday. It did not show up. Most of it showed up Friday, but one critical piece was missing. So we waited all day. I basically delayed because I was going to be deadlifting. So of course, you know, your back's going to be sore, and I didn't feel like picking up stuff to put it together if I was sore. So I waited and I did everything else. I edited video. I did everything else. And then finally I was like, all right, you know, I kind of got to get this done. I can't let it go. And so it just ended up being, I got off the treadmill and I was like, man, I just need to get it done now. And so that's what happened. That's why I was lifting at midnight. So, you know, it ain't the first time it's happened. You know, you got to get it in when you get it in, man.
Hey, man, we know about the Deacon does us the same way. We
got to be strong when others are weak.
And Deacon would drop the show on Sunday morning. And and we only got 10 people look at the show because Deacon had dropped it on Sunday morning.
Hey, right. And then the baby complain. They're like, see, that's what I'm talking about. Nobody look at the show. I'm like, wow.
I know his habits now. He said 6 a.m. prayers. He got to be there. I was like, okay, I understand. However, Al, a couple of things. Number one, Dan Marino lost to us, not the 49ers. He lost to us. But that being said,
no. Where's the 49ers? We beat the Killer Bees the year before Dan Marino got there.
The Miami Dolphins. What? Yeah. Who did we beat? Who did we beat in 1982?
The Killer Bees. It wasn't Dan Marino was still in Pittsburgh at the time, and he was a college quarterback at the time. He came like a year or two later, and they lost to the 49ers in his sophomore year of playing football pros. We beat I forgot the quarterback who Miami had, but it was an older veteran. We beat the Killer Bees.
All right. The Killer Bees. I've never heard that.
That was the wide receiver. You know, and back then everybody had nicknames. Their wide receivers called themselves the Killer Bees. Let me get the quarterback that we beat. I forgot his name. Okay. What was that?
Okay, you're right. All right, anyway, so that was the first thing. I was like, I thought we beat Marino, but you're correct. All right.
What I'm trying to say is Marino only had one opportunity to win the
I
championship.
get that.
And he was a great quarterback.
Well, okay. He's very talented, yes. However, I'll say this. This reminds me of believe it or not, a self-defense scenario they taught us in the Marines. And it has to do with how you see yourself, right? And without going through the whole scenario, it depends on whether you see yourself as the victim or as the winner, right? And so in this situation, you're assuming that we're the ones with the talent, that we're the Dolphins, we're Marino. And I'm saying, nah, we could be the Redskins. You know, we could be the 49ers.
True that.
It just depends, you know what I mean? It's a matter of how you perceive yourself.
True that.
What I feel though, what I also think though is, and it relates back to what you were saying, Tracy, is we should have treated the Giants like we treated the Panthers. Okay. But every time we play them, they play us tough. It doesn't matter who's on the team, who's the coach of the team. Keep in mind, like the Giants, in terms of the lifetime rivalry, they got like 100 or something wins to our like 77 wins. So they are leading the rivalry. It's very lopsided, regardless. And this is going back to like the 40s. All right. But we can say the same thing about us and the Eagles, which is why we not worried about the Eagles, because we beat the Eagles with Heineke. We gave them a run for their money with Howell, with Ron Rivera as the coach. All right. I mean, I'm just saying. So I just feel, I can't help but feel that with the coaching staff we have now and the talent we have now, that we got a better shot at beating those Eagles. Because we just happen to, that's just, you know, it was like Hearns and Hagler, man. It's just styles make fights, you know. That's how it is for us. So I'm not taking them lightly, but they don't scare me.
I just remember, you know, me having money on the game last year.
Oh,
okay. Forbes and
there you go.
Forbes and St. Juice was trying to check Brown, and he was killing them. You know what I'm saying? And now they got a running game. You know what I'm saying? So last year they didn't have a running game; they just had Brown. You know what I'm saying? But
last year De'Ami Brown wasn't making catches. This year De'Ami Brown. I mean, I'm not listening to him. I'm saying,
he's a true.
I'm saying that now he's actually making catches. We got another Brown who's making catches too. Yeah. We got, matter of fact, Zach Ertz played for us now. All right, so I mean, we got some pieces that are slightly different, you know. And so I feel like we got I think we got a better shot at that.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just want y'all to pay attention and look at a gambler. If you look up at your screen, you'll
look deep in his eyes.
This is a gambler.
Staring his soul, seeing his pain.
He's looking around, he's fidgety, he's scratching.
He's checking his numbers right now. He's checking scores.
He's trying to make things work for him.
He's calculating parlays and money lines.
This is a guy that needs help. He needs help, folks. Don't be a gambler. Ladies, little children out there watching our show, don't be a gambler. He's trying to hedge his bets right now. Oh, he's just, what if you guys, and can we? he got his spreadsheet in front of him. He doesn't care anything about the team. He's worried about his money.
Yeah.
What he say? Last year we lost. I lost this amount of money. Oh man, I love you, man. But ladies and gentlemen, this is a gambler. This is a public service announcement by the OGs of the DMV.
You need the number. You need that hotline number to say it on the radio all the time. 1-800-GAMBLER. Gambling problem? 1-800-GAMBLER.
That man over there.
Oh, they talking to me personally. Hold up. Putting my business out in the street like that.
Hey, man, look, we're going to be at the Tennessee game in December 1st, man. Look for us. The OGs will be up in the stands with our paraphernalia on. You know, I'm going to put some black dye in my beard, so I'll be looking a little bit younger, but I'll be there.
China black.
What's going on?
Put some China black in my beard. Looking a little younger. We're going to get Deacon out of the church and get him here at the game, man. So look for us, man. Reach out towards us, man. Hopefully we can get my man on the street, Biggie, there too. You know what I'm saying? we hopefully
Biggie Steve.
where Biggie Steve ain't ported in yet. Even where Biggie Steve at?
He in the streets, man.
He in the
He might
streets.
He in the streets, little
Yeah,
toasty
listen,
that we won.
we 7-2. He passed 2-3 drinks right now.
Yeah, he passed out.
He got it.
If he's at home, he on that Parker Lounger.
You know what I'm saying? We are 7-2, man. That's a great feeling, man. It's a great feeling. Like I said, I didn't think we'd be here this fast. You know what I'm saying?
Amazing.
It's amazing.
Because we had a universal change. We didn't just have a player change. We didn't just have a coaching change.
Yeah.
We had everything.
It's global.
Everything changed.
Well, we got
Owner.
30 new players or something like that? 30 new players. And
Owner,
Man,
players,
everything
and
is
coach,
different.
Everything. So that's just
Coaches,
all that.
players.
And it's not all of it is not gone. Imagine. If
Strength and conditioning coach.
We had a colonic of the NFL. Yeah, no, we the colonic of the NFL, man.
That's
we
a
got
lot.
rid of all that stuff. We walking around lighter.
Ain't no Diddy, y'all. No Diddy.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
I feel like I may have stumbled into the wrong show.
How did he do that? How did Al do that?
Wow.
Colonic, Joe. You know what a colonic is, Tracy?
I know what a colonic is.
You had it before,
Tracy? How did you connect it to the
Tracy,
dealer?
you had a colonic before, Tracy?
I need one. I'm sure I do.
You need one, okay.
No.
This is
We at that
Hey,
age.
we're
Going
old guys.
downhill.
Okay, look. Hey, let me do a commercial right here. Anybody want to sponsor the old guys for colonic?
I feel better if y'all were going for the Just for Men or something commercial. That's a little bit
Al
more
had us
reasonable.
on the Just for Men commercial, but I took it somewhere deeper. And guess what? We probably can get a couple of people reaching out to us right now.
All right, I feel like y'all can do it. Can we? How about this? Let's bring it back. Burgundy and gold for life. I will answer your question because I can say that I think we are better currently than any team going all the way back to Jay Gruden's last season. I don't know if we're better than all of Jay Gruden's teams, but we're definitely better than the team he handed over to Callahan. So I feel like we're better than every team since then. And
Jay Gruden's team didn't have a defense. Our defense is about the same, or we a little better defense.
did you see the game today? Did you see it?
Yeah.
The Giants marched down the field.
But I'm asking you a question though. Was you when the Giants got 22 points? It was 25-22. Were you nervous? Did you think JD wasn't going to burn that clock up?
I was nervous till I saw the clock. Until I looked at it. I said, "Oh, no, we good. To be fair, I actually was surprised that we didn't score that last time.
Yes.
Because I was like, oh, we right there. It's like, my man, it was like 31. I said, oh, yeah, we about to, man. And then, no. It was, he got the first down. And we're on the 1 yard line. I'm like, I said, man, that dude could like,
Punch
he
it
could
in, fall down.
yeah.
Wait, what?
He could
Why
accidentally score. But
What courtesy is there still left in this division?
so I was like, okay, it's gotta be an injury thing. I see them start shaking hands, hugging each other, people taking off their junk, changing into street clothes on the side. I was like, oh, hold on, what's going on here?
Yeah, they didn't even think about scoring. They didn't think about scoring.
They started thinking about the Steelers. Jaden Priori looking at Steelers stuff on the Surface tablet, sitting there said, oh yeah, we got this game. And when I go back in there, I'm just gonna kneel down, all right? I mean, I don't know, man. Can I say something about what he said about the Redskins though?
Have that.
want to say.
Okay. I mean, I ain't trying to stir nothing. So what I think is, and this is because I've seen like some very, like people get angry about this, right? I think that the best thing for any franchise is for the business side of that franchise to come up with whatever name they're going to call that franchise without involving the fans at all. Because when you involve fans are not rational, it's inherent in the name. And I've seen people argue, get like seriously angry, I've had people tell me I'm not a fan because I don't like the name Commanders, right? I've had people tell, and then this one dude got mad at me because I told him, I said, you know what, I don't like the name, but I respect the fact that you like the name. And I like the fact that you were excited about the name, and we can both agree that the team is winning and we happy. He got mad at me. He said, "You're not really a fan. Because all you care about is having a Redskins logo. You just want Redskins clothes. You're not a fan." I'm like, for real? And so for me, I think that while I may prefer another, I don't want to go back to the name Redskins. I would prefer that best case scenario, the business side, which has nothing to do with what goes on the field. Everybody over there gets paid to do marketing and stuff like that every day, right? They work 5 days a week, I presume, doing stuff that's within this realm. And I hope that behind the scenes, they come up with something and they give us that name when they unveil the new stadium, which is going to be down the line. Let's not worry about it.
2028.
And let's just worry about winning on the field right now. Let's just agree that the team that we love is winning, because reality is the team name, we didn't pick the team. When I came to America in 1980, the team was already called Redskins. I had nothing to do with it. I just accepted the name that they had, right? And had they been the Washington Braves or whatever, or the Boston Braves still, I would have just had to accept it. We have nothing to do with it. I don't want to be part of no fan voting. I want it to just be a non-issue. Let them just surprise us. Hey, by the way, we got a new name.
Hey, let me ask you this. That's maybe 28 to 30, right? 2000.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. That's what I'm saying. Like,
no. I'm saying, the question is, would you still be saying the same thing if by then we won 3 Super Bowls under the Commander name?
Well, the thing is, I don't like the name Commanders.
Doesn't matter.
So yes, I'd be saying the same thing. I'd be like, I don't like this name. I like the team.
Yeah.
So, like, for example, right now,
You get used to it.
I mean, so that's kind of what I was saying. It's like, the thing that bothers me the most about it is you got a group of people who say, I don't care nothing about the name as long as we win it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then what puzzles me is, if you don't care what we're called, if they could call us the Pink Tulips, but you would be fine as long as we're winning, then why does it matter to you if somebody else wants to change the name? Because by your definition, if they change the name to something that somebody else likes, but we're winning, it won't bother you because you don't care what the name is. All I'm saying is we don't need to be arguing about it because that's dumb.
I'm gonna have a problem with the Pink Tulips.
Okay. All right. I'm just saying.
I'm not with the Pink Tulips, but I understand what you're saying.
You my point. Yeah, I'm like, it's like the people who yell the loudest are the ones who say, I don't care what the name is.
I like the football team. People didn't watch it like it. I like to watch the football team. I said that's the unique thing. It's going to keep us unique all the way around. You know what I'm saying? I just thought that was cool. People didn't like that. I've been a Redskin fan since I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? Didn't know nothing else. So, but I've learned to deal with the Commanders. It had happened overnight. We all was kind of like, and the revealing of the name is, and we were like, you know, in the very first beginning. And then all of a sudden, even when we was losing, for us old guys, we just loyal. I guess maybe that's what it is. Loyalty is just what it is. It's just being loyal to your people, loyal to your fan base, loyal to your community. Man. And the Washington fan base is one that is loyal as well, because we've been here sitting in the stands. I never before met so many people who football franchise as a losing element. It blows my mind. I forget how old I am sometimes when people talk about, so man, this is great. I've never been here before. I'm like, oh yeah, you just told me your age. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, okay. You're one of those people who never was around during all 3 Super Bowls like we were. So, you know, we learned that, but I'm glad. I can honestly say to those folk, like, wow, you guys are amazing. Because I never knew that. I never knew this team to be a losing franchise until recently, whereas it's reversed for you and you're still here. So congrats to you. And here we go. So, you know, it's this name thing is just something extra to talk about, like Al's gambling addiction.
I mean, what I'm saying is, like, normally you say, oh, well, we talk about it in the offseason. I don't even want to talk about it then, because we could argue all day. None of us are going to be changing, you know, none of us can affect what's going on. All it ends up being is like strife. for me, the reason why I don't like it is because when they first told us, I said, man, that sounds like one of those generic like arena league names, and that's kind of where it came from. So I'm like, oh, well, no wonder it sounds generic. It sounds like something like you would have on like a Disney Plus show, and they say, oh yeah, our team is the Commanders. I'm like, I ain't trying to, but I can live
Disney
with it.
Plus.
And just cheer. Yeah, I can just
us
cheer for
in the
team.
baseball team. What's that baseball team? The Cleveland Guardians. I mean,
Yeah, I'm just like,
Mighty
let's just cheer for the team, man. Most of the time, I just say
Mighty
Washington, but I say Commanders. Most of my gear just has the W on it. It doesn't really. I don't have a lot of stuff that has Commanders on it. I got a bunch of Redskins stuff. I still got my Redskins flag right over my head, but it's not, to me, it's not worth arguing over. Like, especially when you can't affect it.
Who hurt you, John? Who hurt you? We're here for you.
Yeah,
I just told you this dude he was going off on me. He was mad. I say, this dude's talking reckless. He's talking in a way that he would not talk in person. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like,
right. Yeah.
I'm like,
if we ain't used to that. If us old heads ain't used to that, you'd be like,
no.
where are you? Where are you at?
I'm like, boy, racial slur. Let me tell you something.
Okay. Okay.
I'm at that point, like, hey,
yeah,
look.
yeah, I hear you.
But I'm saying, like, for real, I'm like,
that's messed up.
Because I can.
I'm gonna say this: the owners already kind of answered that question, though, John, because the owner said this is something that he was going to deal with later down the line. That's what he said.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying that. My point is, let's just not. I just wanted to say, let's not argue about it, because I see it pop up on every stream I'm watching, or if I'm on somebody's show or whatever, like basically yours or Toothpicks, and somebody will pop up, and I'm like, look, there's no point in arguing over something that we can't change.
Before we get off this particular live, I want you to just give me an assessment of Coleman today. Starting left tackle, rookie, playing against Burns. Was it Burns who's playing against?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, Burns. Did Burns even show up? I don't remember him making too many plays. Did he have a sack? He might have had a sack. I wasn't sure.
Jaden didn't get sacked at all.
Yeah, so do we have a left tackle that we found in the fourth round or whatever? Was it third round or fourth round we found him? I can't remember. Third round. Burns is a pretty quality pretty quality defensive lineman, man. He's a 8 or 9 sack guy normally every year. And Coleman, I didn't even remember seeing Burns make too many tackles. You know what I'm saying?
Our whole line did good, man.
Yeah, whole line did good, man.
Yeah,
I feel Coleman did well, man. I think that so my assessment, and then my assessment of him is that I'm a little concerned because he's already had I guess it's not really, he had an injury in training. Then he had the concussion. And I'm like, that's a few too many things in one, and we ain't even to the halfway point, but when it happened, the offensive line is something that's very grueling. I need you to be durable. Right. But as far as just performance goes, I like what he did.
Yeah, man. It looks like that we don't need to put a pick towards a starting left tackle. We might still have to get somebody. We always got to draft top quality people, but that's one position. It's usually what you try to get is quarterback, left tackle, a great sacker, somebody play D line that can be sacked, and a great shutdown corner. And it looked like we got quarterback and left tackle already pretty tight with our first draft pick, first time drafting with this regime. So if you look at it though, Jadon Newton gonna be a player. Look like Fladarius Mathis gonna end up being okay. You still got Payne, even if Allen doesn't come back 100%. You can almost let his contract go next year.
We're gonna trade Allen.
We might trade him, but you got to do something with him. If the backups
1 year on his deal,
the rest of the season, you got to get that value while you can.
You all think we're gonna re-sign Fadarian? Because ain't he up for his contract too?
Yeah, this is his year this year.
Yeah, he playing for a contract right now. Payne's not too far behind him either. I know Payne just got signed, but it won't be long. Terry's about to come up for his. Do y'all think? What I want to know is, do y'all think we're gonna be able to get Bobby Wagner back? Because McGee didn't really show me anything because he was always hurt.
Yeah, I think Bobby will come back. I think these older guys who came in on 1 year contracts are going 1 year to 1 year is how their body feels and all that stuff, man. But they just don't want to be. I mean, they would love a long time contract, but they ain't getting one. And even if he leaves here, he's probably not going to be a starter. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be a part-time player somewhere else. Here, he can play all as much as he wants under Dan because they friends, you know. And he's producing at this point. So until he stops producing, why wouldn't he go 1 year to 1 year?
Oh, plus he's got that thing with Magic Johnson. I didn't even think about that. Magic Johnson is mentoring him because he has to mentor him in business because he said he wants to, like, when he's retires, he wants to go into like the NFL, what you call it?
Business class.
Yeah.
Logistics administration.
And I was reading and I was looking at podcasts, and a lot of people are saying that free agents are asking their agents to trade them, get them traded to Washington.
People want to come here, man.
Crazy.
Man, you want to play here, Al?
I think man, they want to go to the penthouse.
Long as it ain't Devontae.
They want to come in with the Cadillac crew. What you know what I'm saying? With the Cadillac crew. What's up with the Cadillac?
Oh, man. Well, we got Pittsburgh next week, fellas. We're going to talk about that later on.
All the players, all the hustlers.
Pittsburgh, you know, it's a formidable team. We know it's going to be a good game. One of the top teams in the AFC. We know that. It's going to be a good game. We definitely can't play down. We got to play up to their level or maybe even better to beat them. But we got a quarterback. We got our quarterback. So, you know, it should be a great game. Be a lot of fun. We can all sit back and enjoy. And I'm expecting to win. I'll tell you right now, I'm predicting to win already. I'm predicting to win.
Very good. Very good, Al.
I'm even raising my hand. I have a request.
Uh-oh.
Deacon said something to me last night that I found intriguing. And I would just like to confirm it now.
Hold up. He's talking about online. We're online. We was talking online.
Oh, Deacon, what are you doing in the dark?
Online.
Hold on. He said, he said to me, I found intriguing. I said,
no, did it?
Oh. And I said, and I like to confirm it here right now. I like to confirm it here. I'm sorry, man. I'm a good looking dude, but I gotta break your heart. I'm not interested. I like girls. I'm married. I'm good.
Thank you.
What the hell
so
just happened?
What the Tyler Perry is going on?
What I want to know is, I will not be distracted because I know what I want to ask. You know what I'm about to bring up, Deacon. So apparently, Al, you have come around in my way of thinking. See, you come around in my way of thinking that. So is Terry McLaurin the number one wide receiver, or do you need more evidence than the fact that he is one touchdown away from matching his league high or his career high?
I mean, I'm gonna say this true. I think that Peters is still looking at wide receivers. He said that already. So
I don't feel like that's what I said.
Yeah, I heard what you're saying. I'm going to answer your question.
Okay.
The general manager doesn't feel like he's a number one wide receiver, and I agree with him. I think with the quarterback that we had, I think a great quarterback makes you special. You know what I'm saying? So look at your boy down in Miami, the little dude that's real fast. What's his name? Tyreek. Cheetah. Now, what happened to when his quarterback went down? What happened to Cheetah? He disappeared. We ain't seen Cheetah all year. Cheetah all year because his quarterback got hurt. I
feel like you arguing against yourself because
my
Terry quarterback go down or he changes, he still get 1,000 yards.
Who?
Terry. We could be in there throwing the ball to him. He get 1,000 yards. So I feel like you just argued against yourself. But go ahead. We'll just put that as a point for me. Go ahead.
I'm saying that. All right, man. I should succeed at this point in time. Terry is our number one wide receiver for the Commanders.
That's all.
I am a fan of Terry. I love Terry. Right?
There you go.
I bow down. That's the seed.
That's all I wanted. That's it. And
but
with that,
that's the great juice.
How did we get this? Is this a Tyler Perry movie or something? What's going on?
I would like to hear about announce my retirement from debating.
Hey, we're about to get out of here, man. Hey, listen, hit that like button. We appreciate it. Hit that thumbs up, man. Subscribe. We're here for you.
You guys say Terry is the number one receiver.
And those of you guys who come on all the time and watch us all the time, man, we want to thank you too. Do us a favor, man. Spread the word, man. Tell people to like and subscribe too, man. We're still trying to grow this thing, man. It's fun, but we still want to see some growth and some things happen, man. So help the OGs out, man, because we don't know what we're doing half the time. But hey, thank y'all, man. Hey, Al, man, this is Breakthrough, man. I'm tearing up over here. I'm tearing.
Hey, Burgundy Life, thank you for coming on, man. The Watchers. Who else came on today, man?
Hawk TV just came in late. Hey, Deacon, read the bottom, man. Read the bottom. Put it on there for Hawk, man. What you got to say about that? There it is. You know what I'm saying? It's delayed, baby. Say it with your chest, Deacon. Say it right now. Say it.
Listen, delayed is still the promise, man.
Say it. Say it so you can cut it in the next show. Say it.
Super Bowl. That's right. That's right. I said it. That's right, scared.
That's right. That's my boy.
That's
why I roll with him all the time, man. No matter what, I'm jumping in the back. Let's go.
Let's go, baby. I see y'all.
All right.
You don't know. Yeah. You don't know who you messing with. You don't know who you messing with. You don't know. You don't. I run you up and down the Serengeti. Heads ain't ready. I chew you up and spit you out like chicken confetti. My rhymes are heavy like elephants, stomping your regiments, dismembering all your limbs, ripping your ligaments.